Hello everybody. Looks like we're live. Let me bring you up on my iPad so I can make sure. Just a moment. You probably hear my husband, the blower out there. He's blowing leaves. Okay, looks like we're up and running, but we're upside down. Okay, let me turn that around. What's a day without technical problems? I put my phone in the holder one time already today like this, but I was thinking it went the other way. So let me get that turned. And I'm just looking at my screen to, yep, I can read it now, okay. You probably read my shirt too. I want to welcome everybody here to my Facebook Live. I'm creating cards with Debbie. And my name is Debbie Foster, and I'm located in Bismarck, Arkansas. And I'm really glad to have you here today with us. And let me scoot that down a little bit, showing me. Get a better view that way. Tighten up my tripod. Let me see what that looks like. It's going to take a second or so. I'm on a delay with my laptop. And I think that looks pretty good. We're just going to leave it just as is. And be sure that you, when you come on, that you say hello. And so I can recognize you and I can say hello to you again. So like I was saying, my name is Debbie Foster and I'm located in Bismarck, Arkansas. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so all the products that we're using today and all my lives are Stampin' Up! Products that you can go onto my store and you can order anything that you're in need of. And if your order is under $150, use this November code. We got a few days left on that. So it's PTBTSQ. WU, and that's also in the description of the video, so you should be able to find it there. And if you want to shop with me, just go to www.debbiefoster.stampinup.net, and here's my email address if you need to reach out to me. It's creatingwithdebbie179@gmail.com. Let me catch my breath. I'm thinking we have some things that we need to talk about. So today's date is Wednesday, November 23rd. And is everybody ready for Thanksgiving? I probably got a lot of people that are in the kitchen today. I'm getting ready for that for tomorrow. So if you're not able to watch me live, I hope you'll come back and watch the replay later when you're having time to do it. And let's get things out of the way. So we're going to put that up there. Might leave that out. I don't know. Okay. I went and grabbed the wrong papers. What did I do? That one's over. I'm going to take these out. Those are my scrap paper now. I can't even get it to go in there, so we'll set it over there out of the way. Okay, so let me tell you about Paper Pumpkin for this is our December kit. Yes. Okay, the December Paper Pumpkin kit it says good things come in small packages. And let me scooch these over a little bit so you get a better view. And I'm already junking up my workspace here. Okay. It's called Good Things Come in Small Packages. It says mix and match your creative style with reversible boxes and paper bands for unique looks every time. Oh, we're going to be making little boxes. Those are cute. That's a little pink one with a soft succulent on the inside. All right, it says create fun gift card holders for special occasions all year long and celebrate what you love the most. Personalize each gift with reversible boxes and paper bands for a unique design every time. You'll love the creative combinations, and this kit includes all the supplies you need to create 16 standard gift card holders, 2 each of 8 designs, an all-occasion gift-giving sentiment stamp set, a garden green Stampin' spot, double-sided paper pieces, and boxes you can mix and match for personalized designs. And plus you can, if you're already a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, or if you want to sign up for Paper Pumpkin, the link is in my description of this video. And if you are a current Paper Pumpkin person, subscriber, good things cards and envelopes add-on, so you can add on these envelopes and cards, and that is 16 cards, 4 each of 4 colors, and 16 matching envelopes. So you got the box, and you got the little gift card envelopes that you can add on with a gift card little note. Alright, so we have until December 10th to sign up for that. And if you need any help or any questions, just don't hesitate to reach out and contact me. You can either contact me private message or you can email me, and I'd be very glad to help you. Okay, so fitting florets is still going on. And I forgot to mark this one. Where's my pencil? Okay, let me do something here. You can buy the whole collection. Well, I don't think you can right now because they ran out of the gold adhesive back swirls. Those are no longer available. So I'm just going to say gone. So you wouldn't be able to use that Fitting Florets collection number. You'd have to order them separately. But you can still get the bundle with the frame florets and the dies and save 10%. And they've also got a little extra stamp set in there that you can add on, which is called Framed and Festive. And we're using that on some of our cards this morning or this afternoon. And then we have the Designer Series paper also. And these two things are only while supplies last or until January 4th it's running. So, and again with that, be sure you reach out if you have any questions. And, okay, December 1st through January 4th, the last chance products come out, which means that they won't be available anymore. And that starts December 1st through January 4th. And that's with the mini catalog. And a few of these items are going to carry over into the next catalog, but a lot of them aren't. So the list is all here. But I can't show it to you until the 1st. Or I can email it to anyone that wants it. So if you want to send me your email address to my email address, I'll go ahead and attach that last chance products. You have the list of your own. So it's creatingwithdebbie179@gmail.com. All right, and also we still got the join my team or join to get your starter kit and then get a discount after that on all orders after you've already purchased your kit. So that's $99, free shipping, and you get $125 worth of products that you get to choose of your own. It's whatever you want. And trying to think what else. I'm just drawing a blank right now. So anyway, that link to join my team or to get your starter kit is in the description too. So just go up there and click on that and it'll take you to the page you need to go to be able to sign up and customize your starter kit. That's really a bargain because you get $125 worth of products. you get a past paper pumpkin kit, and if you want to run it as a business like I do, you get all your business supplies too are included with that, all for $99 plus any sales tax that you might have in your state. And there's free shipping on that, so that saves you a lot right there too. So let's go ahead and get started here. And like I said, be sure you comment when you come on. And I appreciate it if you'd share the video, even if it's past my live. You can do it when you're watching the replay also. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got 3 Christmas cards today. And I think all 3 are fun folds even, so even more fun. I love doing fun folds. Some of them are challenging and some of them are so pretty. And hope everybody's still seeing me. Make sure that's still live up there. Yeah? I'm only showing one person on here, and usually I have 2, at least me and myself. So, but maybe it's doing something. I don't know. So here's our fun fold. And it opens like this, and then it opens again like this. And so we're going to put that together today. I'm going to set that over here so I can kind of look at it as I go, in case I get confused. Get my instructions. The designer series paper that I'm using comes from the Gingham Cottage designer series paper, and you can find that. It's a big pack of paper. It's 48 sheets, and that's on page 59 of your mini catalog. And it's right here. It's got Real Red, Blushing Bride, Pumpkin Pie, Garden Green, Mint Macaron, and Basic Black. And it's 48 sheets. It's got 4 each of each design, and it's double-sided. So let me kind of show you real quick here what it looks like. I really like this. So we got this one. That's the back side. I'll make sure you're in the camera view. Then we have this one, which is the paper pumpkin. And this one. And this is the one that we're using today, the Real Red. And then we have a black and a gray background. And I've got fumble fingers here. And then it's got the little squares on the back side. Then we have the pink, and there's the back of that. And then we have the gray and white. And we have another paper pumpkin. I've got paper pumpkin in my brain. Pumpkin pie and black. And I believe this is mint macaron. And our gray. And then black on the other side. So that's kind of different. I changed it up there on that one. Got gray and white on one side, and then black and white on the other side. And then we have the garden green. And then we have black and white again. And that's got the pumpkin pie on the other side. So I changed those a little bit. So anyway, that's the paper that we're using today. And I'm going to set this over here out of my way. Get all my bits and pieces out here. And I've gone ahead and die cut everything ahead of time, so you won't have to watch me die cutting. So we're going to be using the Frame and Festive. That's that extra stamp set was on that collection that I just showed you with the fitting florets. And then we're using Celebrate with Tags and the dies. So you can get this as a 10% savings when you get it as a bundle. So there we have that. I'm going to set that over here out of my way. And we're using Real Red ink. So I'll get my ink pad open and put over here. I'm still using some of the old stamp pads. They're still good yet, so I haven't replaced them. But when I do, then I'll replace them with the new. But as long as it's still working, I decided to keep it. Alright, so let me get all of our bits and pieces out here, make sure I can make sense out of all this. Okay, we're going to start out with our real red cardstock. And I just covered up my instructions. Okay, the card base is going to be 7 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. And then I have another one, which is a hinge. We call it the hinge. And that's 1 1/2 by 4 inches. And then I've scored it at, is that 1 inch? Yes, well, I scored it at 1 inch on the one side. And that's going to be our mechanism for our fun fold. So let me take my bone folder and score this. Oops, I just threw it on the floor. Guess I didn't want it. There, we got it. So what kind of day it's going to be today, starting out? So far, so good. So I'm going to fold that and give it a good crease. And then I'm going to do the same with our little hinge. Okay, we'll set those aside for a moment and I'll give you all the measurements. Okay, we got the designer series paper. This one measures 4 by 5 1/4 inches. And then we've got our basic white, which is 2 1/2 inches by 5 inches. And that's going to go off to this side here. And so this goes on the inside of the card. And so does this. So we're just going to give you the measurements and then we'll start gluing things down. Okay, and this one goes on that front flap, and that one is 2 3/4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Oh, I got a glue dot stuck to my card there. Got rid of that, otherwise it'd leave a lump. And then I've got 2 basic white, which are 2 1/2. Okay, I didn't measure that. Let me measure that. I didn't have that on my notes. Huh. Okay. So it's 3 1/4 inches by 3 1/4 inches, and we've got 2 of those. That's going to be on our flap to hold our tag. And then we've got 2 designer series papers, which are 3 inches by 3 inches. And okay, I thought I goofed for a minute, but uh-oh. We're okay. I was just having a senior moment there for a moment. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue these 2 down so I don't get myself confused any more than what I already am. And starting out with our glue being clogged up, I guess. There it comes out. I'm thinking I probably should have grabbed a new bottle because I think this one's kind of getting low on me, but hopefully it'll get us through today, and then I'll change it out. So I'm going to leave a small border going all the way around. Attach that. And we'll do the same with this other one. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. I wasn't feeling well. Alright, try to get that as straight as I can. Sometimes that's my main challenge, is getting it straight. Alright, and let me go ahead and attach this hinge. And we'll take these out for now because we're going to glue that up underneath. And I'm just going to attach it to the largest part of your card on the side. And I was going to say I was going to use tear and tape, but I don't have any handy here, so we're just going to use our Tombow glue. And it'll take a little bit to dry, but that's okay. And then we're going to just line it up to the edge of our card base. I'll hold that there for just a moment. And then we're going to come back with our designer series paper, and that goes over the top of it. Oops, trying to stick stuff in my ink pad there. Move it out of the way a bit. So is everybody ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow? Probably where everybody is. They're probably in their kitchen cooking for tomorrow. I get to cheat. We're just going to go out and eat, so. It's easier on this cook here. So with the price of groceries and everything, I'm thinking it's probably cheaper to go out and eat than to cook all the food yourself, and you have to buy it all and then cook it and all the cleanup and a lot of work. Okay, and then this other one, we're going to put that on our front flap. Well, we're going to have to shake this bottle down, I guess. Get every last drop of the glue out of it. Okay. And husband's out there blowing leaves, and then he gets the lawnmower and chops them up, so that's what he's got himself occupied with today, which is good. It's better than sitting in the house all day long. Alright, so now we're going to glue one of these panels onto our hinge, and I want to kind of center it on our card front, so you'll be going over the flap here. Here's the flap area, and then most of it's on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on our hinge. I really should have used hair and tape, but I'm thinking the glue will do okay. I just want something that'll stand up to all the opening and closing that we like to do when we've got a fun fold. So I'm thinking, let's see if I can line it up with my grid paper and see if I can get it halfway straight. And alright, I'm just gonna put this over, and I think it's got to come down a little bit. Alright, so I'll hold that there for a moment, and we'll put some more glue on this side because we're going to lay the other piece down on top of this one. I really like this fun fold. It's not really too complicated. I think the hardest part is cutting all your paper up and getting it the right sizes. So we're just going to lay that on top of that other cardstock and match it up. Alright, and press it down. Oopsie. Well, what did I do? I got glue on there from something. I don't know how I did that. Oh, I know. I thought it went all the way to the edge, but it didn't. Let me get my glue eraser out and see if I can't clean that up a bit. And I might have to wait for that one to dry. I don't know if I can still get it off of there without waiting for it to dry or not. I may have to come back to it, let it dry some. Yeah, it needs to dry a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and do our stamping while we're waiting for that. And this is our inside layer that goes inside the card, and that's going to be Have yourself a Merry Christmas. And that comes out of the festive frames. Or framed and festive. I had that backwards. I'm going to bring our ink pad over here. And I'm just going to stamp off here to see if I like what it looks like or if I need more ink. It looks good. And we're going to stamp it on the upper portion in the middle. Okay. And I think I need another scrap paper. Okay. There's our scrap paper, and we're going to stamp our Merry Christmas. All right, that looks good. I'm just going to set those over here for a moment. And then I've got, I'm trying to refresh my memory here. Did I not put another scrap in there? I need another scrap here. Here we go. I got to stamp the mittens. We need 2 of those. Alright, and those will get die cut out. And then I also want a mitten on the inside. I'm just going to put one at the bottom here. And that'll still give you room to sign your name. Not a lot, but a little. So we're going to go ahead and attach that to the inside of our card. Oops. My glue is sticking to things over here. Yeah, I should have grabbed a new bottle. And this is going to go to the left side of our inside of our card so that the flap will cover it up. So yeah, just to make sure it does. Alright, so there's the inside. And it's still kind of sticky there and tacky. Thank goodness for glue erasers. Okay, there, I got it. That's good. Alright, and that's right. So we're going to fussy cut this saying out, the Merry Christmas. So what I'm doing is I'm just going around the words a little bit. And I'm leaving a little white border around it. I'm going to cut these apart. Did I? Yeah. Or didn't I? Yeah, I did. So I just fussy cut the letters out, the words. And I'm leaving a little white border around the whole thing. So you don't cut right up to the lettering, you leave a little white going around it. So what are y'all's plans for Thanksgiving? Are you staying home? Are you going to a family's home? We usually do it, but we thought we'd try something different this year. We're supposed to have rain, but I've got umbrellas, so don't bother me. We're not that sweet that will melt anyway, so. Alright, so we're going to set that aside for a moment. And I've already die cut the mittens out, so you don't have to sit and watch me do that. And there goes my husband ribbing it up more. Alright, and the tag I die cut out of we celebrate with tags. I use this one right here. And we're going to, I use real red cardstock to cut that out with. And we're just going to fold it over and we'll burnish the edge of it. It's been a few days since I did this. I got to look at this to see how I did it. Okay. And I also have a little square, a basic white, and that measures, I didn't write that down. It is 2 inches by 2 inches. And that's just going to go in the center of our tag. So I can attach the mittens to it. And I wanted something to contrast because the mittens are red and the cardstock's red. So I needed that little bit of white behind it to be a contrast to it. And we'll just place that on our tag. Switch it down just a little bit. So I'm doing all Christmas cards today, so hopefully you'll enjoy them. It's getting that time of the year. It's hard to believe that December is coming up on us already. I don't know where the time goes anymore. It goes so fast. You blink and it's another month. Alright, so we're going to take our mittens and we're going to glue those down. We've got a new mini catalog coming out January, so I'm all excited about seeing what's all in there. It's always fun to get new products. But then there goes my order rep trying to get everything. I don't get everything, but would like to. So we're going to stagger that over the other one. And you could use dimensionals on this if you wanted to. I didn't, but you could. If you want to just pop up the one mitten, you could do that. So okay, this is going to go over our little flap here. And I'm not going to put it all the way down. I'm going to leave a little bit up above it. So we're just going to place some glue on the back of the front one, and then we'll do the same with the bottom, the back one. And put that on there, and then we'll turn it around and do the back side the same way. Had something laying there I had to brush off. I don't know what it was. Might have been off of my glue eraser. Alright, so there's the front of it, and we're going to place our Merry Christmas down here. And I think I'm going to glue down Christmas first and see how much room I've got on the top. And then we'll do Merry Christmas. There. And I've also die cut a little snowflake, which is in that tag collection there. Let me open these and show you. I've got 2 sheets of them. Lots of dies in here. How many is there in there? 14 dies. And we've got this tag here that we're using. We've got birthday candles, a banner, balloons, 2 different size hearts. And here's the snowflake that we're using today. Make sure I don't lose it there. And then a double stitched circle. And this, I think it just puts little dots on your paper. And then here's another tag that you can use as a gift tag. It folds up and then it's got the things on the side that seal. And another banner, and then a rectangle. So this is for birthday and Christmas and any occasion. So I really like it. And I like the size of the snowflake. It's a good size. I can't even pick it up with my fingernails. There we go. That's going to go on our inside tag. Like that. And gosh, I'm having butterfingers and can't pick up nothing. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right in the center of that snowflake. And then we'll attach it to the center of our tag back. Okay, I got that done, I got that done, I got that done. Alright, so now we're going to put some bling on here. And where did I put them? Here they are. They're in with the next card. I couldn't find them there. So I'm using the red rhinestone basic jewels. We're just going to add 1 to our top of our mitten and then 2 at the bottoms inside the snowflakes. So 1 right there. And right there. And 1 right there. It isn't on that card. I'll let that sit over there. And then I've also tied a bow using, this is the glittered organdy ribbon, and it's just a white. Oh, it looks like my bow got twisted or something here. Maybe it'll lay down flat. So we're going to take a glue dot, and we're going to attach that to the top of our tag. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool to grab that off of my roll. And then we'll add our bow. Oops, turn it the right way. My bow is twisted or something. Can I turn it? Yeah, okay. Alright. I'm just going to leave the tails of my bow longer. So here's the front of our card. Merry Christmas. And then the inside tag. And then the inside of the card. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. So that's our first fun fold Christmas card. So let me clean up my mess a little bit here, and we'll go on to our next one. Okay, which is, set this aside. My lighting okay? I'm seeing a little bit of a glare here. See if that helps helps a little bit. Pull my lamp over closer to me. Alright, so let's go with our next card. This is our next card. This is another fun fold. And I'm using designer series paper as the front of my card, so it's a little bit different. Alright, let's get all of our bits and pieces out here and our instructions. I didn't have no envelope for that card, we just did, but this one I have an envelope. Here's our envelope, and that comes from the Whisper White medium envelopes, which are in the catalog, and the item number is 107301, and you get 40 envelopes, so it lasts you a little bit. So set the envelope over there. And let's bring out my card base. I'm loving these fun folds. I didn't realize I was doing all fun folds today. So here's a strip of the designer series paper that we're going to use for our envelope, and that measures, what is it, 2.5 inches by 6 inches, and that's just going to go on our flap, so we'll do that at the very last. And move this card out of the way. So I'm using the Real Red cardstock again, and that measures, what is it? It is 5.5 inches by, 5.5 inches by 5.25 inches, and then it's scored at the 4.25 inch. So we're just going to fold that flat back and use our bone folder to give us a good edge. And we'll set that aside for now. And the designer series paper that we're using comes from it is the Sweetest Christmas, and you can find that on page 9 of the mini catalog. I looked up all these page numbers for y'all in case you wanted to look them up and order. Remember, all the things in this catalog are while supplies last, so I haven't heard if they've run out of anything in particular other than the swirls out of the Frame Florets collection. Okay, so we're on page, what did I say, page 9? I think that's what I said. Now this catalog goes until January, what is the date on it? Let me look here in a minute. Oh, it's right there. Well, it goes till the end of December. So we don't really have a whole lot of time left on that, like a month. And we know how fast that time goes. Okay, we're using the Sweetest Christmas paper, designer series paper, which is on page 9. And set that aside. So this measures 4 inches by 5.25 inches, and then I've got a basic white that goes on the inside, which is 4 inches by 5.25 inches, and I've already stamped that on the inside. Why did I do that? I'm thinking I'm going to get another one. I didn't realize I stamped that ahead of time. I didn't need to stamp it yet. So there's another sheet. And is that 4 inches by 5.25? Yeah. Yeah. So that'll be our inside of our card. And this will be our outside. So I'm going to go ahead and attach these. But maybe I need to stamp the sentiment first in case I goofed it. Which is from Our Home to Yours, and we're using the red ink. No, we're using the black ink. Yeah, so So that one was wrong. That card must have gone to another stamp thing that I was doing. Alright. And make sure I've got it the right side up. Kind of using my grid paper to keep it straight. From our home to yours. And kind of smudged, but I kind of like it that way. It's got like a shadow. Maybe I'm shaky from the coffee this morning. Well, while I'm at it, we'll just set that over here to dry for a moment. Okay. Well, no, let's go ahead and glue this down. I'm jumping ahead of myself. I hear Cookie snoring. She's taking her nap. She's been a good girl this morning. And place that on the inside of our card. Try to get it halfway straight. Pretty much. Alright. Okay, and that's going to be the outside of our card. So what we're going to do is we're going to just place that down on top of our white layer, so that covers that. And I'm going to come back in here and just put some glue right along the left side, so that'll attach to the flap. And hold it down for a moment. Alright, so that's our front of our card. And I think I need to squeeze some more glue in here. Alright, we're holding that a second. And we'll set that aside. And now we're going to be using our framed florets dies. And we're going to be using this frame and then the inside oval. And I've got a couple choices here. I couldn't decide if I wanted the red or the white. So I'm going to let y'all tell me which one you want. We want the red frame with the white, or do we want it with the red? I used the red on mine. I kind of liked the contrast down there, see, like this, where the white was kind of stark, I think. I didn't like it as well. Well, here's a smaller one to be able to tell. See, I think I like the red better, so I'm going to stick to the plan and use the red. And we're going to stamp that using our black Memento ink. And I'm going to find the same stamp that I had. Yeah, have yourself a merry little Christmas. And I got to clean that off because I still got red ink on it. And get my Simply Chamois over here, and we'll scrub that off. You can find the Simply Chamois in the annual catalog, our big catalog. You don't use any chemicals, you just wet it, and just using just plain old water, it cleans our stamps wonderfully. It's all I ever use on mine. Okay. And I just put it into a stamp case. And it keeps it moist for quite a few days before you have to rinse it out and wring it out. Okay, so we're going to stamp our greeting. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And I'm going to do it pretty much in the center. Get the lid back on that before we drop our card in it. That's not a good thing. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. So we're going to attach that to the front of our card. And I'm just going to do a dry fit and see where exactly I want it. I think right about there is good. And I'm just putting our glue on the back. I'm going to turn my card sideways so I can get it straight. And I can scooch it up a little bit. And scoot it over to the right side a little bit. Alright, and then we're going to add the glue on the back of that. Trying not to get it on my work surface here. Pick it up and place it down on top of our oval. Alright, there. Let's grab a little bit of glue right there. And then I've already stamped and die cut these little sprigs, which is this one right here. And then it also has the die that cuts it out. And I'm going to use my real red, and I'm going to color these berries and these. And I've got 4 of them here. So I'm just coloring the inside of the berries. I'm not worried about doing the stems because they're kind of hard to do with that fine line. You could if you wanted to. I think I did on one when I was making the card and said forget it. We're just going to do it the lazy way. So I had a joke, a turkey Thanksgiving joke, but I couldn't find it again. I thought I had saved it, but I don't know where it went to. It was really cute. See if I can remember the gist of it. It was a lady, she was doing her Thanksgiving shopping. She was looking at the turkeys, and so she asked one of the gentlemen that worked there in that meat department if the turkeys got any bigger, because she was looking for a larger turkey. And he says, "No, ma'am, they're all dead." So I thought that was kind of funny. Those turkeys aren't going to get no bigger. So I thought it was funny. Alright, we're going to take these, we're going to glue 3 on the outside, and then we'll glue 1 on the inside. And I'm going to kind of straddle that seam of that frame. Alright. And another one down here. And I just used my real red Stampin' blend on that. I don't know if I said that or not. And kind of eyeball where I want this one, maybe right there. And I guess I'll go ahead and glue this on the inside. And I'm going to place it right next to my From Our Home to Yours. And I've got This is the Real Red and Garden Green 3/8 inch ribbon combo pack. You get the garden green and the red. So we're going to use the red ribbon. And I'm going to tie that right around our flap. And we'll see if I can tie fairly easy in front of everybody. It's always harder when I'm live. So cut off some of this and see if I can't work with it. I probably got way too much here, but I'd rather have too much than too little. And we'll see how this works. And I think I might just tie this in a knot instead of trying to tie a bow. We're going to do a faux bow. Yeah. And I'm going to scooch that down a little bit. Maybe. Well, it's not going to go nowhere, so we're just going to trim our ends, our tails. And I like to cut my ribbon at an angle. I think it's more pleasing to the eye. So we're going to have ribbon on the inside, ribbon on the outside. And then we've got some of those red rhinestones again. We're going to place those, one on each of the berries there. And I'm going to take my putty end of my take your pick tool to get those off. And place it right on the center of the stem. Just to add a little bit of bling to our card. You can never have too much bling. Alright, so just 3. I do things in odd numbers. And I didn't put one on the inside because it'll probably poke through our paper. I didn't want to do that. So here's our second fun fold. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And from our home to yours. With the designer series paper as our card front. So, I got all these extra pieces here I need to clear out of my way. And put our ribbon away. Pieces in there. I might use them for another card. Who knows? Alright, did I use everything? Yeah. Okay. Set that aside. Pull our next card over. And we've got another fun fold. And this is using our Kindest Gnomes. It's really cute. I did a lot of the cutting on this because there are a lot of pieces to this. So I didn't want to make you have to sit and watch me do all that. And let me get everything out here to show you. Oh, we didn't do our envelope. Let's do our envelope really quick. I knew I was forgetting something. And I'm going to take our envelope flap and I'm going to put glue all the way around it. Just around the edge. Well, maybe I will. Here we go. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, be sure that you subscribe to my channel and you'll be notified. Well, subscribe to my channel and then hit that little bell there at the bottom also, and that'll let you know when I load new videos up each week. So, and I think there's a share button on there too where you can share it on YouTube also, so I'd really appreciate that. And on Facebook, be sure that you like and share the video also too, so that really helps me a lot. You don't realize how much it does, but it does. Facebook likes it when we do that, plus it brings me more viewers. So I always say the more the merrier. So here's our envelope for our card. Let me show those together with a pretty little flap. Alright, so let's get back to our gnomes again. And I am using, I think, yeah, the only stamps that I'm using is the Kindest Gnomes and the Gnomes Dies. And those are in our mini catalog also. And it is page, let me look that up real quick for you. I'm no hurry today. I'm hoping that everybody watching is no hurry. If you're watching the replay, you can just stop it too. So rewind if you don't want to listen to all the jabbering that I do. So it's called Kindest Gnomes. It's on page 43. So it's right here. You can buy the stamp set and the dies as a bundle. And as far as I know, everything on this page is still available. So you could order it as a suite, or you could order separately. And we're using the paper Storybook Gnomes 12 by 12 designer's paper. And that's really cute because some of these papers you can die cut the little gnomes out. This would be this little guy, and this is the little girl. And we can die cut those out, and then plus they have a little deer here with the trees on the back side, and I just fussy cut those out. There's no die that goes for those, so I did that ahead of time so it wouldn't be so painful for you to watch me. Alright, and I'll set those over there for now. So let's get started on our card. And the Stampin' blends that we're going to be using are Bermuda Bay, Crumb Cake, and So Saffron. Those are the colors. And I might want to bring my instructions over here to help me out. Don't need to wing it. Alright, like I said, I've got all the stuff already cut out and colored, what had to be colored. And here's our envelope. So let's try to make sense out of this. There's a lot of steps to this one, but I like how it turns out. It's really cute. Alright, so we've got Bermuda Bay cardstock, and that's 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and then it's scored. Oh, I didn't score it. We're going to do that on camera. Okay. So I only thought I had everything then. So I'm going to bring out my paper cutter, and we're going to put that onto our trimmer, and we're going to use the scoring blade only. And first off, we're going to do at 2 1/8 inches. Put this away from my tripod. 2 1/8 is going to be our first score line. And then we're going to scooch it over to the 4 1/4 mark and score it again. So it's only 2 score lines that you're going to be doing for this card. And using our bone folder, which has disappeared, we're going to burnish those score lines. And this one's going to go forward, and this one's going to go this way. And I should be able to burnish them both at the same time. Alright, and we'll set that aside for a moment. And I'll give you the dimensions on our designer series paper. We're going to bring our little characters out here and set them aside until we're ready for them. Yeah, let's see here. Got all kinds of little bits and pieces here I don't want to lose. Okay, we've got another piece of cardstock, which is think I'm getting ahead of myself, or I missed something. Did I not put this one? Okay, this is the one we're looking at. This one is the Coastal Cabana, or the Bermuda Bay, and it's 1.5 inches by 8.5 inches. And then we're going to score that also, so I got to bring my paper trimmer out again. And we're going to score at 2.1/8 inches. And again at 4.25 inches. So it's the same as we did on the card. Alright, now I think I'm done with it. And we're going to go ahead and fold those back also. And burnish the edges, these folds. And we're going to set that aside for a moment. I'm going to look at my notes and see what I'm missing. All right. Okay, so we have some crumb cake cardstock, which I'm trying to get a hold of here without dropping everything on the floor. Okay. And it's 4 inches by 5.25 inches, and that's going to be our inside. And also we've got a basic white, which will be on the inside also, and that measures 3 7/8 inches by 5.1/8 inch. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those together. Alright, leave a small edge going around. Let's scoot that just a tiny bit more. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and attach that to the inside of our card. And leaving a small border going around. We'll attach that. Yeah, I think everybody's busy today. That's all right. They can catch me on the replay. All right. And we have another crumb cake, which measures 2 inches by 5 3/8 inches, and we have 2 of those. And then we've got our designer series paper. We have 2 of those that measure 1 7/8 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So we're going to go ahead and attach those to those, and then we can glue them to our flap of our card. This paper is really cute. Both sides of each one I fell in love with. So I had to order another pack of it because I like it so much. But come the end of our catalog, it's all going to be over with. I'm sad to see it go. And yeah, Stampin' Up! Usually doesn't carry over the designer series paper, so we're pretty sure that it's going to be retiring. So if you want it, you need to put it on your order now before it's all gone. Alright, and glue this one down, and then we can attach them to our card. So is this time slot working out okay for everybody, or do you want me to go back to the mornings? I was doing it at 10:30 Central Time, but just recently I changed it to 1 p.m. Central Time. I thought maybe the early morning one was too early for everybody to sit down with me. So, and then my husband also said that maybe I need to be doing a live at nighttime, but I don't know. I need to get some feedback from everybody, which you prefer. All right, we'll center that on that middle flap portion. And then this is going to go just like this. And then we're going to come in here with our little strip band, and we're going to glue that down. And it's going to be about that much on that side. It's going to be glued. And we'll put some glue on this one to attach that to the inside of our card. And we'll place that in the center of our card front with the flaps all closed down. And we're going to just match that all up and hold that for a moment. And you could use tear and tape on this portion too to make it stronger. But like I said, I didn't have any over here. I'd have to go digging for it. And I didn't want to take the time to do that. I'm thinking it started raining outside, it looks like. That could be why the husband's coming in already. Yeah, I did see that we might have a chance of rain today. I know it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And then I've stamped our sentiment on a little scrap of basic white, and then I just trimmed it down to fit. And then I have another strip of Bermuda Bay, which is, looks like a 1/2 inch by 2 7/8 inches. And I'm just going to attach our sentiment onto the top of that, just so it throws off the basic white a little bit, a little contrasting color behind it. Because I didn't like how the white blended right into that, so I liked it this way better. And I'm just going to place that onto our strip of Bermuda Bay. I guess we don't need it that long. We're going to trim off that edge. And leave just a small border all the way around it, so it would be more like 2 3/8 inches. So we're going to just hold up on that. We're going to put our gnomes and everybody down here first. And I stamped the mushroom, but I've already colored it, so you don't have to wait on me. And I cut it out already. So we're going to place our mushroom onto this side of our front flap. And I don't need glue up on this top of the mushroom. We just need it at the bottom. So go ahead and do that. And see where we want it. I think right about there. And the colors that I used were, like I said, was the Crumb Cake, Bermuda Bay, and the So Saffron. And I used both light and dark for those. Alright, and I've already die cut our little girl and our little boy gnomes. So I'm going to put some glue on him, and I'm going to attach him to the left side of our flap, front flap. And all right, there he is. And we're going to put the little girl over here, and I want to make sure that she's kind of hidden with the mushroom. So we're going to put the glue on there, and then I'm going to kind of judge where I'm going to put her at before I attach it completely. I think right there, closer to the inside of our fold. And then we've got our little deer. He's going to go on that flap, and I was going to put glue at the bottom side of him, his lower portion. And put him down. Make sure you don't get his tail in there where the fold is. You'll be folding his tail. I guess that's okay right there. And then I've die cut the rabbit. This is all out of Designer Series paper, the Kindest Gnomes Designer Series paper. Less coloring. You just got to fussy cut the things out that you want. And we're going to place our rabbit in front of the deer. And then I've fussy cut the little fox out too. I'm going to place him down in our bottom corner. And he's cute. And for our sentiments, we use the Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and then I'm going to use the warm wishes at the top. So I'm going to bring out my black Memento ink, and we'll stamp that. And I'm going to put it up in the upper left-hand corner. Ooh, that's smudged, but I can maybe come in with my ink eraser later and erase that off of there. Alright, and we'll attach our sentiment to this side flap. And oops, it gave me some wiggle room. It's still wiggling. Alright, and I forgot our mushrooms. We have two of the mushrooms I've already die cut out of the Bermuda Bay. And what did I do with the stems? Oh, I have lost the stems. I didn't want to die cut anymore. Where did I do with them? No. I don't know where they went. I may have to die cut. There's one. I found them. Just to pick them up off the floor was a chore. And a little bit of dog hair along with them. Okay. Phew. I didn't want to cut some more again. So we're going to use a longer stem. And we're going to place that over our mushroom. Our mushroom house. And let's take there's two different sizes of mushrooms. There's a taller one and then a shorter one. And place that on top of that stem. And we'll put our other stem. Yeah. Put that over a little bit. for the other one. I'm feeling like I've got some glue somewhere, something sticky sticking. I don't know where it is. And then I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and I'm going to bling those mushrooms a little bit. Wink of Stella just gives it a little bit of bling, a little shine. Okay, and we're going to do the windows the same. Alright. If you wanted to, you could do our gnomes also with the Wink of Stella, but I didn't. And I think that's about all that we did on that one, yeah. You could also add a white layer cardstock on the back if you wanted to use that for writing a note or anything with your card. So here's our Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Warm Wishes Christmas card using the Kindest Gnomes. And let me get all of our cards out here. There's our envelope for our second card. And here's our first card. Oh, and I did have the paper for that envelope too. I'm going to do the same way. So we'll put glue on our flap. And put our designer series pad bar onto our envelope flap, and then we'll trim it. Yeah. I think I had a little bit too much coffee this morning. I'm a little bit shaky. And there's our envelope for our gnomes. So let me get these over here so you can get a better look at all three. Yeah, let me see how that shows on the camera. Looks pretty good. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the cards today, and I hope that you'll share and like the video, like I said. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure that you subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and hit that little bell so you'll be notified when I go live again. And I think that's about all we have for today. Let's see, next week will be the very last day of November, which is November 30th. So I'll be back at 1 o'clock Central Time and 2 o'clock Eastern Time, 12 o'clock Mountain Time, and 11 o'clock Pacific Time. It's hard keeping those time zones straightened out in your mind. But I'm glad that you're able to be here today, and I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much of that turkey and dressing. But it's hard to resist. So y'all have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you next Wednesday, November 30th. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you for being here.